All right, good morning, everyone. It is July 9th, 2021 at 8:54 in the morning. This is my morning strategy session. So it's a pretty quiet morning. There are, let's see, 3 stocks on my large cap scanner that are popping up. And that's it. There's nothing. There are 3 stocks on my large cap scanner. That's it. All 3 of them are popping up, but there's nothing else. It's a pretty quiet morning, it looks like. So then on the small caps side, there's really nothing popping up that looks all that interesting to me, except for one, and that's an IPO from yesterday, AGRI. So BILI, GM, and well, KC is popping up on my scanner, but I don't have KC up, so I'm just gonna. There's only 20,000 shares traded on it so far this morning. BILI has 50,000 shares trading this morning, and actually, let me move the Fibonacci out of the way. So. Look at this old Fibonacci I had. Interesting. So, and you can't, right now, there's no pre-market. You don't see any pre-market action, but on my scanner, it says 104. The price right now is 104.22. Was as high as 104.60. The level 2 has a bid at 104 and an ask at 104.50. So, I put a Fibonacci on it. And right now, let's look at the daily. So it's in an uptrend, even though it's gone up here, come down, and kind of consolidated sideways in this zone. It's still in an uptrend, and so today just kind of looks like a technical bounce to me. So I put levels on it, and let's go here to the 10-minute, and I'll put my levels on it here real quick. Let's see, my first level is at 101.85. And my second level is at 102.38. And so it's hard to see right now because for whatever reason it's not giving me any pre-market data. I don't know why. But yeah, so for right now, those are my levels on BILI. If I get a pullback to those levels, then I will look for entries on a trade. The next up is GM. So on GM, let's see here. Put my levels on it. It went to as high as $58.42 in the pre-market. This looks like a technical bounce to me as well. Here, look at the daily. It's in an uptrend. It's going up. But there's been a pretty significant pullback here. Let's see what the percentage is from high to low. From high to low in the past, looks like 2 or 3 weeks. It's down 15% in the past 3 weeks, roughly. So this looks like a technical bounce. Looks like a spot that I'll be able to, get a trade in short term. And so my levels on this one are 57.24. And 57.52. And so if I get a pullback, there, I'll probably put these, since well, maybe not with BILI, but with GM, I feel comfortable putting orders in pre-market because GM it's although it may have some volatility from time to time intraday, it's not one I'm worried that's going to drop to like 30 or anything. It's gonna be heavily traded. How many? Let's see. The shares outstanding are 1.4 billion. So I'm not really scared of this thing, making a massive drop on me, and so on. All right. So Carver here. This is just a technical. This is just technicals. Carver had a run up yesterday. It opened at $17.43, went to a high of $38.87, and then closed at $21.89. If it opened up right now, this moment, it would open up at $27.66. This is going to be a momentum trade, and I just have the Fibonacci on there just as a guidance. The Fibonacci that I have at $28.06 is from the previous day's close. So I went ahead and kept it there. I mean, I could put it, from yesterday's close to its current price and so on, but this is still a rather active trade in a lot of traders' minds. And so if they've traded it yesterday, then there are still a lot of people who are either holding from when they bought it back here somewhere in the past 2 or 3 weeks. So this price range, the entire price range, is still in play. Usually I would go from current price range to yesterday's close, but not on Carver. This entire range is still in play. And it's a continuation from yesterday. I don't have a high rate of conviction on it. I might enter a trade there, I might not. Next up is NEGG. And so I've done essentially the same thing with NEGG. NEGG has, since the 29th of June until yesterday, the 8th of July there, you can see its range. And I put a Fibonacci from the very top to where it started its run. And so this is still an active trade even from the 29th. There are still going to be people who were either investing or trading from previous days who are going to be active inside of this range. So we'll see how it behaves with respect to kind of like the just sort of natural frequency of human behavior and price action. I'm looking, if I trade this, I'll be looking for 1 minute setups. So I'll probably look for 1 minute setups around the Fibonacci level. 3650 roughly looks like a favorable Fibonacci to me. So if there's a 1 minute setup that reveals itself around that 3650 area, then I'll trade it. AGRI, this is an IPO from yesterday. Did I put a Fibonacci on this? No, I didn't. So AGRI IPO'd yesterday. There's no information about this company really, other than its price action. So if it opened up, it would open up. It's not. Let's see. Actually, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, I can't see it on the chart right now on the daily. The $7.88 is where it would open up if it opened up right now. And you can't see as high as $7.88 on the previous day's chart. So it's going to be on watch. I'll have it in a trade window. So if it just really starts ripping and there are lots of buyers, I'll be a part of it. I'm a little bit shy on it though because I don't know how many shares are outstanding, what the float is or anything. So yeah. And then last up, now I have no intention of trading STMP. I just wanted to bring it up because this is an acquisition, a huge run up here. This is a 65% bid up from $200. If it opened right now, it would open at nearly $326 per share. Usually with acquisitions, these things just kind of run in a straight line all day. There's no trade there. But I just wanted to pull it up just to look at it. So it's up there. The broader market here. So if the SPY opened up right now, it would open up 0.4% higher than yesterday's close. The VIX did an interesting thing yesterday here where it This is the 9th. So yesterday it ran up and couldn't quite touch the top of the gap and fell back down again, and now we're back below the gap. My guess is, this is just a guess, that we're on our way back down eventually to this support line, and then a breakdown below the support line, which will be very bullish. I know there's a lot of conflicting news out there about the direction of the economy and going forward and this and that and so on and so on. Right now, as of right now, this moment, I mean, it could change next week, it could change the week after that. As of right now, things are still bullish. The data is still going in the bullish direction. I think it's due to change. I think there's going to be a deceleration in growth. That doesn't mean, what that means is that the economy will still continue to grow, GDP will still continue to grow. It's just that it won't grow as quickly over the next 3 or 4 quarters. So I think Q3 is anticipated to have growth of about 3% quarter over quarter, but then Q4 is expected to have about 2.9% growth quarter after quarter. So although it's still growing, it's just not growing as quickly. The grow is slowing down. So that has implications on different sectors of the market and the way to play things and so forth. And you can see, actually, if we go over to the 10-year, let's take a look. Here's the dollar, by the way. And dollar is usually considered a safe haven during slowdowns. So on the daily here, you can see that it looks like it's trying to bottom. Whether it does or not, I'm not going to try and guess. I'm going to wait for it to actually start breaking technicals and so forth, or finding support at technicals. And you can see here the 10-year has made an incredible move here over the past few days. It's actually made an incredible move, from back here in August of 2020. I mean, look at this. It went from 0.5 roughly to as high as 0.125. I think it went a little bit higher than that. This is the 10-year. I thought it went up to as high as 0.7 or so. Where is it? Oh yeah, 1.77. That's a 250% move in rates between August of 20 to March of 21. What's that? 4 or 5, roughly 6 months. So even though, it came off of a low of 0.5 and still went to rather historically low levels for a high, that's still in relative terms, that's still a 250% increase. So what we're seeing right now, I don't know really. I've got this is funny. This is when I used to put a whole bunch of support and stuff on my charts. This thing looks like a laser light show you'd see at a concert or something. So I have this green line here. I have no idea what it is at 1.34. So it's popping up over 1.34 today, whatever that was. I don't know. But so the drop in the 10-year, and I'll just go through it here. Let's see, 1.77 to a drop down to what, 1.27. That is, and that's a negative 28% drop in rates. Rates just I don't know. Just in my experience, it's been during turbulent times that rates get really volatile like that. And turbulent times usually aren't good for stock markets. So what to make? I don't know what to make of it. To be perfectly honest, I don't know exactly what to make of it. So we'll have to see. All right. So then crypto. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it's catching a little bit of a bid here this morning. Let's take a look at the daily. So this chart is starting to look kind of like a laser light show. I've got some some dates marked off here with these vertical lines, a head and shoulders top formation that played out successfully, and there's this neckline, and then I've got another possible head and shoulders right here in the past, let's see, since the 31st of May over here to the 4th of July, and here's the neckline for that head and shoulders. So I mean, if this last little head and shoulders plays out, it's going to be huge and fast. But you know, it doesn't mean it's going to. For Bitcoin to break the current head and shoulders pattern that it's in, this larger one right here, for it to break that pattern, it needs to break this neckline. And then for it to be bullish, so if it breaks this neckline, all that means is that it's neutral. It's no longer bearish. As of right now, as long as it stays below this neckline, Bitcoin is bearish. This is my assessment. And if it breaks above this neckline and starts trading sideways above the neckline or even through it again, what have you, it's just neutral. If it can break above 42,000 and confirm and move higher, it's bullish. It's back on. It's time to buy Bitcoin. But that's not happening. You know, until that happens, then you just kind of sit back, you sit tight, and you know, wait for the trade to reveal itself. Let's see what else is going on. Let's take a look at metals real quick. Let's see what's going on with metals. Silver's, you know, silver broke down below. Here's this trend line I have on silver from the March 20 lows over here to this low on a year later in March. And then it's broken down below it. It tried to come back and back test, but it couldn't do it. Looks like silver is under pressure to me. I don't have a really, I mean, I did trade silver back in here and I managed to make some money on it. I managed to buy these dips on silver in here somewhere. I can't remember where. I bought options on it and did okay, you know. But as far as a real strong hold on what's going on with silver and where to expect support and so forth, I don't know where to draw those lines. Just right now, silver is looking bearish. It's not looking very strong, so I'm not interested. Same thing with gold, for that matter. Yeah, I have some lines here on gold that I was paying attention to. I haven't traded gold in a long time. These lines go back really far. I don't remember. Yeah. That's not a bad looking formation long term on gold. That's actually not a bad looking chart. It's a really nice U-shaped bottom there. Let's put this on the weekly. Yeah, it's a really nice bottom, round back up, and then broke highs and is pulling back. I wonder if gold can catch some support in this area again. This is the GLD actually, so this is the proxy for gold. So in this 164.80 area, right now, if it opened up, it would open up at 168.74. All right. That is the morning strategy session, everyone. Good luck out there today. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.